Welcome to our video, The Dark Truth Exposing the Austin FBI Corruption Scandal. In this eye-opening update, we delve into the shocking details surrounding the notorious corruption scandal involving Ken Paxton and the Austin FBI. Let's get into these updates from the Dallas Morning News article. State Senator Drew Springer, a Republican from Munster, is calling for a re-evaluation of the impeachment case against Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton. This comes after Paxton chose not to contest the allegations in a whistleblower lawsuit, leading Springer to question his claim of innocence while admitting guilt. In a message on X, Springer urged his Senate colleagues and the lieutenant governor to seriously consider reopening Paxton's impeachment. Springer emphasized that Paxton's admission of violating the articles of impeachment and the potential settlement cost of well over $3.3 million should not be overlooked. He believes that the people of Texas deserve the truth. In September, Paxton was acquitted of all impeachment charges related to corruption and unfitness for office. The accusations against him stemmed from a lawsuit filed by 4 former employees who reported him to the FBI, alleging that he had misused his political power to assist real estate developer Nate Paul. The 4 whistleblowers, Blake Brickman, Ryan Vassar, Mark Penley, and David Maxwell, alleged that they were unfairly fired for reporting Paxton. Springer, who initially voted for Paxton's acquittal, now has doubts due to recent developments. He questions whether Paxton and his legal team misled the Senate. So what exactly happened? Well, last week, the Office of the Attorney General made a court filing stating that they could win the case, but instead chose to settle. They wanted to put an end to the misuse of our state's courts by rogue employees who seem to have a single-minded goal of undermining the voters' will. In the filing, Paxton himself stated that he wouldn't contest any factual issues regarding the claim or damages. Springer believes that this is an admission of guilt and should be reviewed by the legislature. He argues that Paxton can't deny the whistleblower's claims while simultaneously claiming innocence. It's definitely a complex situation with differing perspectives. A judge has turned down Ken Paxton's latest attempt to avoid testifying in the whistleblower lawsuit filed by 4 former top deputies who were fired after accusing Paxton of bribery and other misconduct. State District Judge Jan Seufer of Travis County denied a request on Wednesday to cancel a court order that required Paxton and his top aides to answer questions under oath in the lawsuit. Seufer also rejected Paxton's attempt to end the lawsuit. This ruling by Seufer is the most recent in a series of legal maneuvers that started when Paxton unexpectedly admitted on January 18th that his agency would no longer fight the allegations made by the 4 former employees and would accept any damages awarded by the judge. Paxton responded to Seufer's decision, stating that the court is completely ignoring legal precedent, misusing the litigation system, and showing clear bias in an attempt to drag out this political spectacle and disrupt the everyday operations of the Texas Attorney General's office. Before Paxton filed his recent motion to block his testimony, both the state Third Court of Appeals and the Texas Supreme Court had already rejected similar appeals from him. In the past week, as Helfand tried to reach an agreement on the depositions, the whistleblower's attorneys have consistently opposed Paxton's motion to expedite the proceedings and any further delays in conducting the depositions. Tom Nesbitt, an attorney for one of the whistleblowers, Blake Brickman, responded to Helfand, stating that all plaintiffs will oppose any motion to overturn the January 19th supplemental order. Additionally, they will also oppose any motion for judgment at this time. The wrongful termination lawsuit, initially filed by the 4 whistleblowers in 2020, gained attention from Texas House members after Paxton requested a $3.3 million allocation from legislative budget writers to settle the agreement he had reached with the whistleblowers in early 2023. However, instead of approving the settlement, House Speaker Dade Phelan, R. Beaumont, allowed the House Committee on General Investigating to investigate the allegations made by the whistleblowers. On May 27th, House members voted overwhelmingly to impeach Paxton on 20 charges, including bribery and abuse of office. Despite this concession, Paxton was still ordered to answer questions from the whistleblower lawyers in a deposition scheduled for February 1st. Paxton's office criticized the ruling, claiming that it displayed shocking bias from a Democratic judge. According to a statement from the Attorney General's office, it is impossible for the Attorney General, his agency, or his staff to expect a fair trial. Travis County has proven itself to be an unfair venue where the outcome is predetermined by the court's political leanings. The agency argued that depositions were unnecessary since the concession meant there were no issues left to litigate. They requested the judge to end the lawsuit by issuing a judgment and damages award. Lawyers involved in the case were informed of Seufer's decision via email on Wednesday evening. The judge also denied the Attorney General's office's request for an emergency hearing on the matter. Late on Thursday, Paxton's office appealed the ruling. In a statement, they referred to the whistleblower case as a wasteful sideshow and reiterated that their decision to stop fighting the lawsuit was to focus on legal battles with President Joe Biden's administration. On Friday, the appeal was rejected by the Austin-based Third Court of Appeals. Paxton's agency is expected to now turn to the Texas Supreme Court. If Paxton is unable to avoid testifying, it could have significant implications for the whistleblower lawsuit and the allegations made against him. Paxton managed to escape the impeachment charges in a trial held in the Texas Senate in September. However, the whistleblower lawsuit was given the green light to proceed after Paxton's appeal to dismiss the case was rejected by the Texas Supreme Court following his impeachment trial. As of now, Paxton, who has maintained his innocence without publicly addressing the allegations against him, is set to give a deposition in Austin on February 1st. The depositions will continue with First Assistant Attorney General Brent Webster on February 2nd, Paxton's Chief of Staff, Leslie French Henneke, on February 7th, and Senior Advisor Michelle Smith on February 9th. Well, that'll do it for this article recital. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Stay tuned for more upcoming videos coming soon, and stay safe out there, people.